Hi everyone, Lisa Manzo, registered holistic nutritionist, fitness trainer, and owner of Pure Energy Wellness Lofts. I am so excited to have you here today in my kitchen. So this is where all the action happens. I'm so excited. And today we are going to be making the most delicious pumpkin hummus appetizer dip. I'm so excited to share this with you and can't wait to have you. We're welcome to Real Food Live and we'll see you soon. Hi everyone, I am so excited to have you. I can't tell you. So this is my kitchen. This is where all the action happens. This is where all my creations are created right here. And I get to share that with you today. So I'm very blessed. I'm happy that you're joining us today. Like I said, we're gonna be making some hummus today. Hummus is a chickpea paste dip. And it's really filling. So chickpeas are part of the legume family, and what's fantastic is it is high in protein. So 1 cup of cooked chickpeas gives you 15 grams of protein, so making it incredibly vegetarian friendly. And also it is a great source of dietary fiber, with 1 cup of cooked chickpeas giving you 12.5 grams of fiber, which is amazing. This dip is one of our favorites in this household. So many of you may or may not know, if you're tuning in today for the first time, I have a 2.5-year-old little girl, and most mothers out there could probably relate. Sometimes it could get a little tricky with what are we going to feed them that is going to be nutrient packed and that's going to keep them full, but also provide them with all the minerals and nutrients that they need. So this dip is perfect. Hummus is great for them because it is filled with, like I said, that protein and the fiber, and they won't be running back to you with hunger pangs throughout the day. This is going to definitely keep them full as well as you. So this is a great dip for you to bring on the road or to work, and you know that you can indulge in it guilt-free because it's healthy. So we're going to get into some of the ingredients here. Most people might ask, why would you add pumpkin to chickpeas? Because hummus, we usually see it's roasted red pepper or herbs of some sort, but you know what, guys, it's fall, and I don't know about you, but I am so excited for fall. It's one of my favorite seasons, not only because of the weather changing and nature and how beautiful we can see all the leaves falling and things just changing, but really, I love fall also for all of the amazing root vegetables, and I can't express enough how much root vegetables are so good for you. It's a great carbohydrate to have without having to get it from grains. But what I particularly love about root vegetables is vegetables are very grounding. So just like the name implies, root vegetable, it's the root of the plant, which means it has this almost amazing energy, empowered grounding energy when consuming it to make us feel grounded, which a lot of us are missing in our lives these days. So definitely, in my opinion, pumpkin is one of fall's superfoods. So I'm going to place 1 cup or 15-ounce can of chickpeas in my Vitamix blender here. So as you all who tune in quite frequently to me know, I love simple, fast dishes that include grabbing all of your ingredients and throwing it in a blender or mixing it in a bowl and you're done. Something that's really quick. So we have, like I said, 1 can, 15 ounce of chickpeas. Here we have half a cup of pumpkin puree. So this is an organic pumpkin puree. Most people get scared when they feel they have to add something like pumpkin into their dishes because they think, oh my gosh, I have to throw it in, roast it in the oven, and that takes about 30-45 minutes. You can actually buy this in your local grocery store, just in more of the health food natural section of your grocery store or in a health food store. Comes in a can, it's already pureed. I like, or I encourage you to get the one that has nothing else in it but pureed pumpkin. And you can throw that in. If you wanted more of a roasted flavor, you definitely can just take a pumpkin, cut it in half, put some olive oil on it with some herbs, and throw it into the oven for about 350, but it does take about 45 minutes to make, so you could roast it that way. But like I said, if you don't have the time, you can just grab it from a can. You're gonna take 2 tablespoons of tahini. So the tahini is what is going to thicken this dip up. Okay, tahini is a great paste in all of your dishes. So then we're going to grab 4 tablespoons of olive oil, so extra virgin olive oil. We'll toss that in here. So as you can tell, I'm putting in a lot of very rich flavors that are really going to taste wonderful together. Wait till you see what herbs I have and what spices rather that I have that I'm going to put in. So I have some sea salt, I have some cayenne pepper, I have some cumin and some cinnamon. So I am going to kind of balance out the flavors of the pumpkin with something a little sweet. So we know pumpkin typically goes with cinnamon and nutmeg and those type of spices. So I definitely had to add our cinnamon to complement that pumpkin, but then I don't really love sweet dips, I rather savory. So I'm going to complement that sweetness of the pumpkin and the cinnamon with a little bit of heat with a cayenne pepper, and that's just a 1/4 teaspoon, so not too much. And I have to tell you, when I initially made this recipe, I did put double this amount and it was way too spicy for me. So if you're like anything like me and you just like a little bit of a spice, but not too much, a 1/4 teaspoon is more than enough. If you're someone who likes a lot of spice, up that up for sure. And then I have 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. Okay, so that's an interesting spice that a lot of people don't use too much. It's actually used in a lot of Middle Eastern dishes, but it's absolutely wonderful to balance out the flavors of the sweet and the hot. So I'm just gonna toss those into the Vitamix blender. And then of course our sea salt, which is a 1/2 teaspoon as well of sea salt. So we have those herbs in there. Excellent, so then you're gonna grab a full lemon and we're gonna juice this here. If you don't have one of these, they're incredibly handy. You can pick them up at any store such as like Kitchen Stuff Plus or any kitchen store. They're really, really inexpensive, but so handy to have. We talk a lot about having lemon in lukewarm water every single morning for digestion. Lemon is incredibly alkaline, even though most people think it's acidic because it's in the family of you know, your oranges and stuff like that, but this is incredibly alkaline. So we're gonna toss in the juice of 1 full lemon. I'm gonna place this here. And then 2 garlic cloves. Okay, so I am going to show you a little trick that was taught to me by my grandmother. So I always struggle with taking the skin off the garlic. No more. I'm going to show you a little trick. So if you take the garlic, you place the flat part of your knife over it, and you just gently bang on the garlic, the skin actually pops off. It's actually amazing. I can't believe I've spent all those years fighting the skin. So we're going to place 2 garlic cloves into the blender. Wonderful. So I know you guys are getting really excited now because we're almost at the point of blending. Here we go. So I know we have, well, as soon as fall hits, I don't know if you find this, but I know I do, we become bombarded with everything pumpkin flavored. Pumpkin slice lattes, pumpkin treats, even pumpkin beer. But you know what? Those items are all have artificial pumpkin flavoring in it. So you can achieve all of that amazing pumpkin flavor by just buying a pure organic pumpkin puree to flavor. Even if you wanted to do a pumpkin spice latte, you just mix that pumpkin puree into your milk and froth it, and you'll still get that flavoring without the artificial chemicals and all the other stuff in it. Another thing that many people know or may not know is pumpkin is filled with tryptophan. That's similar to Thanksgiving. That's why pumpkin and turkey go together quite frequently. Tryptophan makes us sleepy. So we all know that post-Thanksgiving sleepiness that we get. But pumpkin, with having tryptophan, helps improve our sleep and also helps improve our mood. So that's a plus as well. So we're gonna blend this up with a Vitamix or any powerful blender or food processor. Can you hear me, guys? So I am going to just take my Vitamix blender tool here out. Wonderful. So as you can see, just by looking at it, you have that beautiful kind of very faint orange yellow coloring on here. And this is exactly what we want. So chickpea hummus based dip without the pumpkin, you're going to see just that yellow without the orange coloring on it. This is fantastic. It smells so divine with all those beautiful spices. You can really smell the cumin. That's kind of what pops out at me first because it's a very strong scented spice. But when you taste all the spices together, it's a very, very different smell. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna place this all. The only thing you'll have to fight your blender to get it all out because you won't want any left over in that blender. Nothing wasted here. Beautiful. So as you can see, the hummus is incredibly rich in texture. It smells so beautiful. What's great about this pumpkin hummus is that if you make it the night before and cover it with saran wrap and put it in the fridge, the beautiful spices and flavors actually marry and become even flavorful than day after. So that's a little tip if you're having a dinner party or you want something as an appetizer dip. This is something quick, fast, easy. And like I said, the day after, it's even better. So I grab a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil afterwards, and I kind of just toss it and drizzle it over. Yum. Look how amazing that looks. And then you can actually pair this with raw vegetables, sweet potato or beet chips, which would be really, really would complement that fall kind of season, or just corn chips, which are gluten-free. So I have corn chips here that we're gonna pair it with. And we're gonna place that on the dish here with some corn chips just around it. And that's it. So you can dig in. Amazing. So I'm so happy that you were able to join me in my kitchen. I'm so excited to see you next week on Real Food Live. Thanks so much for joining in. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe below.
To watch previous shows, click here.
And to watch all of our other videos, including our other show, Real Talk, click right over here.
We'll see you next time.